everybody, welcome to Squirrel Systems live stream. Today we are going to be taking a close look and an introduction to our Squirrel Cloud POS. My name is Penn Clark. I am the Director of Content here at Squirrel Systems. I'm going to be acting kind of as a moderator slash producer, so a couple of housekeeping items to start off with. One, we will be taking questions. The format for that is in the chat on YouTube. You do need to sign in either on a Google account or a YouTube account. We're not using that for tracking purposes or anything. It's just the way YouTube works. But if you put your questions in chat, I will pass those on to Cyrus and or Patrick, who I haven't introduced yet, and we will answer those at the end of the stream. Joining me today is Cyrus Sai. He's the Director of Product Marketing here at Squirrel Systems, very familiar with all of our product lines and able to address any sort of questions around things like integrations or compatibility. And our presenter today, who's not on camera but is here, is Patrick Paris. He's a solution systems engineer, so very familiar with setting up, solving customer requirements and the inner workings of all of our products, and he'll be able to address any of the more technical questions that that might arise. Lastly, if you enjoy this, hit a subscribe, and that way we'll be able to notify you. We are going to be doing these streams on a bi-weekly / weekly basis, covering things like kitchen automation, covering things like department setups and all the different kind of things that our product can solve. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Patrick, and we'll get right into the demo. This should take no more than about 20-25 minutes, so we're not expecting to block out a big portion of your day. So let's go. Patrick.
Well, thanks, Ben. Appreciate the intro. Welcome to everybody that's joining us today. We're very excited to talk to you about our cloud point of sale. It's exciting on a multitude of levels. Today I'm going to be giving you an overview, a little bit about the technology behind it. Let's look at the front of the house, some of the feature functionality. Then we'll get into the back of the house a little bit. And I think what we're most really excited about this product is it continues to grow, as it continues to develop, how strong it is and how ready it is for the marketplace. We're really excited about the technology stack. You know, being a native cloud application up in the Azure cloud, it makes it really easy for us to spin up an environment. It becomes really easy to replicate, which makes implementations easier. And then if we need to do multiple sites, replication becomes significantly easier. We also will allow you to use any Windows, Android, or Apple device to use this. Anything that's got a data connection can be used. So that's going to be tablets, that's going to be terminals, and we can actually run our application on your phone. We actually have a different style app for that that's going to give you the same functionality, a little bit of a different user interface, but it's going to make it so that you can look at it on those smaller screens a little bit easier. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the front of the house, which you should be seeing on your screen right now, and go through some of the ordering options. You know, the great part about it is Squirrel Cloud can do a single terminal counter service all the way up to large properties with fine dining. Again, it grows and develops every day. It's one of the things that we're the most excited about it, because the development's really coming from inside our user group and the people, the things that they are looking for the most. So here on the laptop, I'm going to be coming in, and I'm just going to start an order. And right here on the start screen, you've got order, clock in, clock out, admin, and then report. So those are the different areas that you can get into depending on your security groups. I'm going to start out with the ordering side. When I come in, I can come in and I can log in, and this is going to take me to either all of my departments, depending on my security group, or the department that I'm working in, where I can select tables, do different things, access a table map. Here, if I just select the table, it's going to bring me into my menu. Now, one of the really cool things that we do and I really like about the cloud is when you come into our menus, we can really design it however you want to. So I've got it on this particular department. It's defaulting to a bare screen, even though this is a table-seated environment. And then I have my hyperlinks over here to the right-hand side. The great part about these is they're scrollable, and we're not limited to the number of tabs that we can have. So we can really expand that menu, segment it, give you that granular functionality to make the system as easy to use for the staff members as we want it to be. So that's kind of nice, not having those limitations based on screen space. When I'm actually placing an order, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to actually start on beverage. So when I come to the beverage, if I'm doing it, I start with a Diet Coke, I do a Dasani, I'll do a Sprite, and I'll do a Polar Seltzer. You'll notice over here on the left-hand side, it's ordering by seat. So it's doing that auto advance, which is really nice because I can come in here and I can do a number of things in it, and I'm not having to actually think about advancing that seat. It's a great feature. A lot of our users really like it, and it really helps in kind of a seated, semi-formal, even formal environment. Some of the really interesting things that we can do here, things that you're used to doing with point of sale, but like this Polar Seltzer, if I come down here to the action button, and then the really cool part about the cloud is instead of having buttons all over the place, we're putting them in a central location to make it easy for the staff or easier training for them to get used to the system. If I come over and click on action, I have a number of things that I can do. Right? I can put the item on hold. I can move it to a different seat. I can change the quantity, even send and stay, which is great for large parties so that I can send it in, but continue ordering. If I'm getting drinks in and now I want to get some apps and salads. But I can come over and change the quantity. I'm going to change it to 5. So once I actually do that and I confirm it, now it's actually going to change it to 5, adjust the price, and do those pieces. One of the other really cool things that I really like about the cloud that I really enjoy being able to use is if I highlight the seat and I hit action, now we get a little bit of a different list, right? And it's got not all of the same things, it's got a few of them, but one of the things that really like showing that I know that people like is kind of the seat info. And here, I can come in, and if I'm doing more formal service, I can tag male, female, non-binary, whatever you want, but I can put the allergies in, right? So I can say that they do have a gluten allergy or nut allergy, and once I attach that to that seat, everything that is ordered will come in with that. I don't have to remember to do it every time. I don't have to throw it in there. I remember every time I'm sending it in so that those pieces are correctly utilized back in the kitchen. Once that's ready and I hit send, then it is going to create that order on the check, and now I can come in here, I can highlight it, I can look at it if I want to select it and come in. Now I can continue reordering. So now if I want to come over here, I'm going to go to my app side, and I'll do a spinach and artichoke dip, I'll do a Caesar salad again with the auto seat advance, I'll do a chicken wing, we're going to properly the sauce, and again, we can build these items out to be as simple or as detailed as you want them to be. Again, the power of the cloud that lets us get in there, and I'm also going to do a steak salad. If we wanted to have temperatures and dressings and all of those things, we could absolutely have them, but it makes it easy, again, for us to refer to everything that is being ordered because we give you that different font. And the really cool part about it is you can just slide your finger and scroll the screen, which makes it really nice and user-friendly with everybody with their iPhone, their Androids, and that's kind of the technology that you're used to. That's built into it that makes it really, really nice. And then I can actually send that one off. Again, it's going to automatically update. It will push sales data to the cloud as long as it has its connection. Knowing that it has that connection is that little like scroll right there. If that is showing red, then it has lost its data connection, and it is going into standalone mode, and we're actually just waiting for it to get that connection back up and recommunicate and push everything up to the cloud. Come back in here. Now I can actually come over to my entrees and my mains, and then I can order what I want to. Again, going seat, I can do a filet mignon with the temperature and a baked potato, and we're going to say that that's going to be loaded. And if I wanted to, I could do a typo, and I could add different information. Once that's correct, then I'll do the salmon. So we're going to jump to the next seat with its options, so on and so forth. So again, making it really, really easy to get those orders in and get those in. And this, of course, is a seated environment. So I'm going to send that one off. I'm going to come back in. Of course, delivering the check is a big part of it. I don't have a check printer available to show you guys online right now, but of course we can print all of the normal check processes. It's very easy, it's very quick, it's intuitive, so that we can meet the customer where they're at, even if they make a lot of different changes and they switch it up and down. We know that that check experience is really important, and it needs to be quick and easy for the server. Once we're at this point and we're ready to go, then it comes to the payment side, and this is really interesting and how easy it is. Once I get my check and I go to payment, we're going to prompt you to a screen with all of your different payments. It can be cash, credit card, it can be an account, it can be room charge, whatever it is, it's all right in here. If I select cash, it's going to prompt me for the amount of the check automatically into it. Down at the bottom, we can build predefined amounts for them to be like next full dollar, next whole dollar. We can build those in there and make it really quick. So if they handed us a $100 bill, I just do that. We're going to see kind of our change, and then I finish it up. This is one of my favorite pieces, and I really like this within the cloud, is it gives me the ability to print it, email it, print an email, or just say no receipt. So if I want to email this, and I've got an example I can show you guys a little bit later, we can just go ahead and type in that email and send that receipt automatically out. It gives you kind of a quick look within your phone screen, and you get a PDF on the backside as well if they need to use that for different pieces. But after this one, I'm just going to say no receipt. It's going to go ahead and close that up. It's communicating up to the back end, and then that is going to show up on your reports when you refresh the next time. So everything's really quick. And again, with the back end reports, which we'll touch base on in a moment, you can actually do, you can access it on any data-enabled device. So a tablet, your desktop, your phone, whatever you need to. So that's just very basic seated table ordering. There's some interesting things that I'm going to show you guys in just a second, but I'm going to bounce over to the bar right now. So I'm going to log back in with 422. And we're going to log in. I'm going to select the bar. We actually have two. And here in the bar style environment, we're going check-based, right? So I'm going to tell it new check. And then I can, again, I've got it defaulting to a fast bar screen this time, but again, I can scroll through any extra screens that I want or that are built in there. But I can come over and I can highlight a bud, and I can do a glass of house white. And then let's say maybe they want a steak salad. Well, I can go to my salads, but we have a search feature, and I can just go STE, and I'll go find anything that has that in there, right, the closest and the other ones, and then I can just go ahead and do steak sandwich, medium rare. You'll notice that everything is kind of just sitting on seat one, bar-style environment. We don't typically order by seat, but we can. Again, to that power and flexibility of the things that we can do within the cloud. And then if I want to, I can send it. If I send it, I can come over here, I can highlight it, I can action it. Here, I can come in and do different things, right? I can come over, I can name it, I can apply an alternate tax, I can do those separations for the check side, whatever I want. Or I can actually select it, and now I can actually go and pay it. And again, if I come to the payment, if I want to do an account, we can put in a account number, confirm it, we'll confirm the amount, and then it's going to prompt, hey, are you doing a tip on this? With their account, are we doing one? I'm going to do no tip this time, and then we're going to finish that out. And again, I can print, email those pieces. I'll do no receipt for the moment. So it comes really quick, really easy, really fast. You use a lot of power. So, you can use a bar environment. I'll show you a counter momentarily, but this can be used in different things depending on how you want to run. From the counter side, which we really like, if I do 433 and log in, now I can actually do new check, and now it's going to actually prompt me for a name, right? So I'm going to put in Patrick. I will save that, and then again, I can have a limited menu for this one. Counter service, it doesn't have to be all of the same screens. You really get to build this and develop it to operate outlets the way you want to, right? So here I can come in and I can order a Diet Coke and Santi, go to my burgers and sandwiches, and I'm going to get the bacon cheddar burger, we're going to do a salad, and then I'm going to do a food mods here, and I can come and tell it no ketchup, depending on how I want to do that. And then I can either send it, I can pay it. If I send it, we can have Patrick on the check and then a receipt for calling things out, those different pieces. But I'm just going to go ahead and pay this off to cash. We'll do $25 and finish it up. So again, a lot of power, a lot of speed. It's very intuitive, quick and easy to use. It's one of the things that we're probably the most excited about the cloud and the different pieces that we're offering. One of the other things that we're really excited about is I'm going to log in this time as more of a super manager. And here, I can come and I can see all of the different outlets, different things that we want to run. So if we're doing a larger property, I can have multiple catering, multiple bars, multiple dinings, different things like that. But I can also have a takeout. And if I come to takeout, here, if I come over and I tell it I'm ready for a new one, it's going to prompt me for this in-store pickup, curbside, or delivery, right? So again, letting us get into more styles of business, offer more functionality for the customers right out of the box. I'm going to do this one in-store, and then I'm going to actually come over here and I can do that, and then I'm going to search, and it's going to come up, and it's going to actually find me. I'm the only one there with any portion of Pat. It's got all of my basic information in there. Once I confirm it, now it's going to attach me to that check, and I can order whatever they're looking for, whether it's carry-out, whether it's curbside to go, or delivery. Diet Coke and Dasani. Come over here, I want to get a pizza slice and a roast beef sandwich. We're going to sub the onion rings. Now I can send that order, right? It's going to automatically attach my name to it, so if they're coming in for it, it comes really easy. I've got their phone number and a quick and easy touch, so if they're late or I just want to verify that they're on their way, I can do that and the actual order type, which makes it great. Once they get in, I can come over, I can select it. Now I can come over and pay it however they want to. If they're doing cash, I do cash. They gave me $30. There's my change. Finish it up. I'll do no receipt. So again, giving us a lot of functionality at our fingertips, a lot of power, so that we can really take this product and get it out into the market and make sure people are getting the feature functionalities that they want and need. We love it. We're very excited about it. And the great part about it is every month we have new features, new reports, new functionality are coming out. So it's growing every day. It's something that we can get really excited about with the way that it's actually progressing. So that is just a very basic touch base on what goes on from the front of the house. Again, I can clock in and clock out from right here. If I want to log in, I've got an admin page that's going to let me do a number of different feature functionalities. So here I can come in, I can look at my punch history, I can look at contests, I can build my section, and then depending on security, you get different options. So I'm just going to actually come back here really quick and go to reports and do the same thing. Here I can come in and I don't have any access with that user, but if I do this one and go 5555, now I can come over and look at what different report styles do I want to look at. Cash out summaries, transactions, open checks, voids, a server scorecard, employee sales, pays in, outs, all right there at your fingertips. And again, any web-enabled device can do this. So we can do it on a hardwired terminal, a tablet, a phone, really anything that you're looking for. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually bounce over really quickly to the back of the house so that we can actually see kind of what our back-end browser looks like. In the back-end browser right here, you're actually looking at one of our reports called the Daily Summary Report. And this is going to upload at a regular interval. And I've got sales and charge tips and a number of different things in here. And you can see here, as revenue centers have sales, it'll begin to show them on there, regardless of how many or how few. You can just scroll through here and look at the difference, but it's always going to show you your top selling department and then show you them in order. We're going to actually show you your sales by time period. We're going to show you your category sales. Now, one of the interesting things about this is if I click on apps, it's going to come over here and show me that the majority of my apps are being sold on the counter. I've got some in dining, and I've got a very few in bar. If I come over here and I click on my entrees, it's going to shift that so that I can look at those pieces. If I click it back, then I go back to the other. So we're giving you a really easy, intuitive, powerful experience to look at things on the backside from a reporting standpoint, even give you the ability to download the reports. So I can come here and download it to PDF or CSV so that you can pull it into any other system that you want to. And this is just an example of one report. If I click on all of the reports, you'll see here we've got alternate taxes, cash outs, checks, daily summary, employee contest, a number of reports, and those number of reports grow on a consistent basis. So we've got a really strong reporting suite for you today that has graphical interfaces and different pieces that you're looking for. If I go back to the home screen, here is where I can come through and where we're going to build different things. I can build out my categories and how I want things to report. A communication center, right? We've got that in there so you can communicate with the staff about specials or groups, anything that you really want to. Or we build out our employees, our menu screens, our items, all right in here. Under daily setup, this is where I can actually come into my menu entry, and let's say I want to go down and find a particular item. I can search for it at the top, or I can come down here and scroll, and I can go, oh, there's my chicken wings. I can pull this up, and then I can actually come over here and change my printer group. I can reset my price. If the price needs to be updated due to increasing inventory costs, different things like that, I can just update it, and then it will automatically update at the terminal level so that we get that automatically. So no system shutdowns, nothing like that to actually be built in there. I can build my pop-ups. I can actually do my menu screens, which I really like the menu screen ordering side and how we can actually build them, because we can build links, not just the hyperlinks, but the links within the screen, because the screens are not limited either. We can scroll those down and have as many items as we want to, and it can have quick links to jump from the top to the bottom. So it becomes really interesting. And then on the advanced side, right, the normal things, building out floor plans, labor setup, categories, different things like that, all right in here. So it's very robust. It's got everything that you need to actually keep your business running, to give you the reports that you need. And then again, it's like we talked about over on the reporting side. If I come back over here and I go back to my daily summary, it will automatically update that based on different sales and different things that have been put in the system so that we get that real-time update. Again, any web-enabled device, desktop, phone, tablet, anything with the data connection, you can get to this back end and really look at this and drill down into it. Now, I know that we're running kind of close on time, so I did want to show you one other thing on the ordering side, and I just touched base on it, but I want to make sure that it makes sense. When we talk about screens not being limited, we're used to a point-of-sale screen going, hey, here's the real estate that I can work with, right? And here I can scroll these up and down, giving me more room. So if I come over here to, say, my wines, here I can scroll through these and I can have a significant number of wines on the screen without having to have separate tabs, right? So I can come over and I can just scroll, and people love to scroll up and down. And actually look at those pieces, but if I'm up at the top and I'm at the white bottle, but I want to jump to the white glass, I can just hit that, and that will scroll me down so that I can order those items. So the screen can be just a grid that you drop things onto. If I put items on the screen that come from multiple categories, it puts in this labeled divider, right, so that we can have those, and then we can have these links up the top for easy menu maneuverability to get things in. And then with a wine list, fabulous with the search, right? I can come in here and just type part of the name, and those items will come up. So if I've got a really large wine list, and I don't even really want to do this, if they're a little bit better at typing, they can come over, click on that search area, type in their information, and go. So I think just in general, talking about our cloud product, going that it is a very robust, powerful product that's easily replicated. The technology stack is exactly what I think that our users are looking for today, from an ease of implementations, an ease of replication, just to make things really simple for you, your operators, to have a powerful point-of-sale screen or point-of-sale system that's going to allow you to easily run a small counter service up to a large L&E property very easily and very powerfully. So I hope that gives everybody a good overview of what is going on with the Squirrel Cloud today, and I'm going to pass it back to Penn.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Patrick. Hopefully everyone found that informative. I share Patrick's enthusiasm for the new Squirrel Cloud PLS. It's really innovation and an extension of the deep knowledge Squirrel has around table service and other forms of hospitality and food and beverage service. So we do have a couple questions. Firstly, I think, Cyrus, this one probably is in your wheelhouse. We have the question, is the product available in South Caicos? I believe that's how you pronounce it. I've never been able to say that well. Or more generally in the Caribbean.
Yes, thanks, Penn, and thanks for the question. Yes, so currently today, cloud is only supported in the U.S. and Canada, but we are looking to add other regions in the future. Feel free to reach out to your Squirrel rep to get the latest update. But yes, today we only support U.S. and Canada.
Terrific, thank you. And yeah, as Cyrus says, if you are in a region other than the U.S. and Canada, and you're an existing Squirrel customer or not, just reach out. We are, as Patrick said, always updating and implementing new capabilities in cloud, and regions have come up before, and we're aware of it, and we'd love to hear from you if you think this is a good fit for you, but you're not in North America. Okay, another question. Kind of two questions. One is, if someone's already using Squirrel terminals, so they're on Squirrel 11 or on-premise solution, can they use that hardware for cloud?
Yes, that's a great question. And so, yes, Squirrel Cloud, if you're an existing customer with existing Squirrel hardware, depending on the hardware and how old it is, you may be able to run cloud. Cloud is compatible with our latest Workstation 150 series terminals, and cloud will also run on, if you have a Windows, Android, or iOS tablet that you may already be using, those could be repurposed to run cloud. If you have older hardware or you're not sure of the hardware that you're currently running, please reach out to your authorized Squirrel rep, and they'll be able to help show you what upgrade options you have for cloud.
Perfect, thank you. And lastly, and I'm sure this is a question that comes up for every cloud provider, if someone is on Squirrel Cloud and their internet goes down, or there's an issue with their Wi-Fi, or whatever the case may be, we've all been there, How does the cloud product handle that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so yeah, so like internet outages do happen, but when it does, Squirrel Cloud does have an automatic offline mode, and in this mode, it does allow orders to continue to be sent to the kitchen. You'll be able to continue to print checks, and when that internet connection is back up, the system will sync all the data with the cloud so that you will be able to access all of your reports and et cetera, and make any changes when that internet connection is restored. Again, this mode is something that happens automatically, so it will detect that. You will actually see a little red icon or squirrel icon on the screen to let you know if you don't have internet connection, or if it's in that offline mode, but you will still be able to at least continue to send orders to the kitchen and print checks, so you can continue in that when the internet is down.
Perfect, thank you. So we have reached the end, exactly 27 minutes, so hopefully everybody stuck around. If you are interested in seeing future live streams, don't hesitate to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That'll alert you when new streams are about to begin. If you have any questions or you want more information on cloud, if you're an existing Squirrel customer, just reach out to your rep. If you're not, just jump over to the website and hit request a demo, and somebody will be able to walk you through in more detail. Thank you very much to Patrick. Thank you very much to Cyrus, and thank you all for coming. We'll see you on our next stream. Take care.